The Keyrights gallery is in here. Let's head inside. Well, this is upsetting. Jeff's bones. The surge of magicka created by the portals you came through. Must have cracked this sky shard. Without a functioning sky shard, this gate remains locked, and there's no way for us to proceed. Damn! Unless you have a set of enchanting tools and a working knowledge of meteoric empowerment theory, no, there's nothing for it. We need to find a replacement. I saw one in a vault just south of here a few days ago, but it was flanked by one of the island's more powerful golems. Normally, I'd say we should search for another option, but given the circumstances, I think we have to risk it. Of course. Let's not tarry too long, though. Giant clusters of meteoric glass. They fall from Aetherius, charged with raw and very potent magicka. Mages use sky shards in all kinds of rituals and experiments. We Dureni use them as a power source. It's a monstrous sentinel called a gargoyle. I've never seen one fight, but by all accounts, they are far more powerful than the golems we've faced thus far. All right. Do you see that vault to the south? The sky shard is there. There it is! The sky shard! Get out of the way now! Counter and kill! Did you just absorb the energy of that shard? Oh, incredible. Not quite what I intended, but we can work with this. Let's head back to the gate. All right. You did it. Let's speak for a moment. I'm afraid we've reached the really scary bit. The Daedric creature responsible for all these portals waits just beyond that gate. If you have any other preparations to make them now. Again, I'm just a scholar, but I'd encourage you to remember what we practiced before. Keep moving, strike true, and exploit any opening the creature gives you. There it is! Send it back to oblivion!
Only I will remain. You cannot kill what cannot die. Kneel.
You did it! Hopefully the gallery wasn't too badly damaged. Follow me! By all the stars! Look at the central column. I had no idea it was concealing something like this. Let's get a closer look. This is the Keyrights Gallery, but not as I remember it. Now I see why we never managed to unlock the gates. Their power comes from this arcane helix. Amazing. With the helix exposed, these gates can finally reopen. Perhaps not all of them at first, but enough to reach most of Tamriel. The question for you, I suppose, is where to first? Can you believe this? Just look around. With this arcane helix exposed, the chamber is positively crackling with magic. The Keyrights Gallery has come to life, and I finally think I know why. Because of you. Matters in Tamriel are bleak. War rages in Cyrodiil. Daedric princes conspire. Dragons ride the winds of elsewhere. The Second Era needs a savior. I believe the gallery. Perhaps even the Adamantine Tower itself. Chose you. The Keyrights Gallery opened doors to every corner of Tamriel. Places, I suspect, that desperately need a hero's aid. This choice is yours to make, but wherever you choose to go, I'm sure adventure awaits. May the stars protect you. So, have you chosen where to go? What region of the world strikes your fancy? Not everyone gets to pass instantly from one side of Tamriel to another, you know. This is quite... What, me? No, I've got work to do. The Cinderil will want every bit of this place searched and studied. Since I did the discovering, I'll probably end up leading the effort. Adventure abroad sounds all well and good, but my place is here. Well, fate's sort of a clumsy way to put it. No offense. Honestly, we may never know why you were chosen. But I believe there was intention here. Something, whether it be the stars, the gallery, or the tower itself, placed you here for a reason. Perhaps it followed you to prevent you from reaching your, well, destiny sounds a bit too grandiose. Let's just say to stop you from reaching your potential. Then again, maybe the power of this place brought you here to stop Shayazel. Probably not, but what's a life without unanswered questions, right? Boring, if you ask me. Ha! An elf can hope. Answering that question will probably keep me occupied for the next 100 years. Is the helix connected to the Adamantine Tower? How does it perceive distant corners of Tamriel? I may never understand it, but I'll do my best. It is a bit overwhelming, isn't it? The whole of Tamriel is stretched out before you. We could start with the political considerations. 3 great alliances vie for control of Cyrodiil. Does the fate of the Pact, Covenant, or Dominion interest you? I don't blame you. Interprovincial intrigue is the basis of my whole profession, and even I find it tiresome after a while. I suppose that widens the map a bit. Well, as I said before, threats to Tamriel have grown like weeds practically everywhere. Would you prefer to spend time among my elven kin, the Khajiit of elsewhere, or men of the north and south? According to our spies, the land of the catfolk is in sorry shape. Imperial holdouts sit upon the throne, and a rage of dragons spilled out of the halls of Colossus, burning everything in their path. If it's adventure you seek, you'll find it there. If you take the gate to Vardenfell, you can meet the Dark Elves, and maybe even the God King, Vivek. You could also travel south to Somerset Isle. our ancestral home and the primary seat of power for the High Elves. Always. Though the natives don't make it easy. High Elves of Somerset don't share the Durrani's pragmatism. They're often too proud to ask for help. But our agents reported some strange activity around the Crystal Tower. It's probably worth a look. Certainly. One of these gates appear to go to Western Skyrim, a hermitical kingdom of Nords led by King Svargrim. The other leads to Blackwood, at the southern tip of Cyrodiil. Imperial remnants rule there. The Nords of Western Skyrim are inhospitable, to put it lightly. Even so, we've been able to glean a few things. I've read reports about increased vampiric activity in the region. Never a good sign. They need stout adventurers to deal with it. Seems this portal leads to Blackwood, on the southern border of Cyrodiil. I read an intelligence report about a series of high-profile murders with links to the region. Daedric mischief, too. A warrior like you could do some real good there.
I knew I felt something strange, like glass shattering in the distance.
Murdered, and so close to the city gates.
Keep your voice down. Do you want to start a panic?
Until we know more, I'm not prepared to engage in an all-out war with the Dark Brotherhood.
Too many times dry-skins have come to our swamps in an attempt to claim them. These Imperials seemed no different.
I had a vision of a shadowy figure. It was a robed and hooded cultist. It was brief and powerful, over in a moment. But the figure felt evil.
Now, who are these cultists? And how well do you trust your masters in Leyawiin?
You there! The Ivory Brigade has need of you. You look like you've got your wits about you. Care to make a bit of extra gold working for Leyawiin's Ivory Brigade? I've been asked by my captain to find someone who can handle themselves. We need help with a delicate situation. Deadly secrets, assassins, murder. Now apparently a counselor has gone missing. Between the war, bandits, and cultists, the Ivory Brigade is like the Nord that tries to plug a leaking cask of mead, only to realize he doesn't have enough fingers. Talk to my commander, Captain Rian Lior. You can find him just outside the city gates, trying to appease some of the nobles. Tell him I sent you, and he'll put you right to work, I'm sure.
There is an aura of death about you. A quite dour and pervasive one at that. It's a good thing we found each other. I can patch you up in no time. Just need to identify the source of your spiritual malaise. Of course you do. To quote the famous ghost hunter Claudina Ildane, we mustn't shoulder the burdens of those who are gone. Their weight is light on the body but heavy on the mind. Well, the next step is complicated. I need to identify the spiritual passenger you are dealing with. Have you been in any locations rife with death lately? A terrifying cave or a haunted ruin? A forsaken forest, perhaps? The ghosts of civilization are almost always riddled with spirits stuck remembering their old lives. Some are malicious, some are amicable. Did you meet anything specific between the crumbling walls? I thought I sensed something savage about you. Your passenger covets a hunt. Death was not enough to sate their bloodlust, even though the hunt is over. Now on to you. How are you feeling? A spirit that seeks to avoid detection. Oh no. There is a possession-type spirit within you. If left untreated, it will infiltrate your mind, consuming all your thoughts until you have no identity left. Shall I begin the cleansing rites? Your time on this plane has ended, spirit. The far shores call you. Go from this place and never return.
Oh, slip on entrails, mortal. I'll return, and when I do, I will be seeing to you first.
Eat you? Getting to be that big, they probably can't, huh?
May the spirits leave you in peace. Safe travels.
Your teeth are big and scary, but you're so cute. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Do people eat you? Getting to be that big, they probably can't, huh? Oh, wow. Look at you. You're so big.
Hold, Traveler. Border Watch. Scout Iscaria. Ivory Brigade Border Watch Garrison. We're in desperate need of help. There's a situation at the fortress. Hostages involved. Report to Commander Axius if you want to assist us. He'll make it worth your while. He's camped outside the fort. Follow the road. It should be safe up to the fort. You'll find Commander Axius's camp outside Border Watch's walls. I just hope you're more help than the so-called professionals he sent in already. I only know it involves mercenaries threatening to kill innocent folk if we try to fight them. The commander doesn't want it to come to that, but we're running out of options. The fort is under the jurisdiction of Leowin's militia, the Ivory Brigade. It defends the main road between Leowin and Bravil. We're all that keeps the Three Banners War from spreading into Blackwood. We can't lose the fort. We just can't. I only know it involves mercenaries threatening to kill. Not sure myself. Some shifty Argonian and a wide-eyed wood elf. They happened by and claimed they could rescue the hostages without any bloodshed. Haven't heard a thing since, for better or worse.
Did my scouts send you, or did you slip past unannounced? Either might do. I'll be brief. Was the commanding officer of Border Watch, the fortress up the road. It's been overtaken by a mercenary outfit that calls itself the Painted Eye. A combination of magic, guile, and well-laid plans. They lured most of my brigadines into chasing after an illusory enemy, while their main force infiltrated the keep and took those inside hostage. I'm doing all I can to keep those folks alive. More than I can name, and none that I can grant. I sent word to Leowyn, but so far I've heard nothing. The Painted Eye will kill those hostages if we storm the fortress. I need someone who can get inside quietly and free them. I'll pay for results. If you want to slip past the Painted Eye undetected, you'll have to get into Border Watch through its sewer. It drains into a ravine to the east. And you should know, you're not the first volunteer to try this. No idea what happened to the last. There was a pair of them, an Argonian and a Wood Elf. Said they were infiltration experts. Burglars, more like, but that's what I need. I didn't ask them too many questions. Couldn't afford to turn help away. Still can't. They've been gone a long time. Either they've abandoned the job or been found out. If they were captured, I'd expect the Painted Eye to react, but it's been quiet. Too quiet. For all I know, those two emptied the larder and took off for a picnic. Mercenaries, we thought. Only knew them from third-hand accounts in our intelligence briefings. If they were hired to cause this ruckus, we might have bribed them, but their demands read like a credo. They're making a statement here. Damn fanatics. Pages worth, right there. They practically demanded I carve them out a sovereign kingdom with my table knife. They're mad if they think I can deliver even a fraction of what they're asking, but I have to humor them. Their lives on the line.
never take me alive, you bastards! Hang on. Who goes there? You better stay back, whoever you are, or you'll have the distinct honor of Lady Twilight wearing your guts for garters, and your skin for stockings, and your bones for bonnets? Oh, I haven't worked that out yet, but I'll have them. He did? Well, that was considerate. Hey, are you saying he doesn't trust us to finish the job? Sure, things haven't gone according to plan, but they never do. Six and I always come through in the end. Six the Dark? He's my mentor. Shows me everything there is to know on the job. He's a bit on the grumpy side, but he'll be happy when history remembers him as the wise teacher of Lady Twilight, the Thieves' Guild's greatest legend. Oh, darn it. I wasn't supposed to say that. Forget I mentioned it. It's not important. What's important are hostages, and how to get to them. What? No, I know exactly where I am. I'm just temporarily unsure of where I'm going. Six and I got separated when, well, he made a distraction so the painted eye wouldn't spot me, but I don't know where he ran off to. Can you help me find him? I think Six took off that way after the commotion started. I think. You should probably take the lead. Well, we were in the area and heard about Border Watch's troubles. Six and I are no strangers to getting into fortresses, so we volunteered to save the hostages. The sewers were supposed to be lightly patrolled. Not exactly true. Six and I can slip by patrols. It's just these tight quarters don't leave a lot of options. It was going fine until we ducked into a niche filled with spiders. Just thousands of them scuttling around in that hole. I may have reacted a bit. I started stomping around like I was making wine until Six smacked me on the head and sent me back the way we came. He went tearing off in the other direction, screaming like a banshee to draw the patrol away. It's quiet now, though. I'm working my way up the ranks of the Thieves' Guild. Well, to the first rank, really. Six was put in charge of my training by the Guildmaster until I'm ready to set out on my own. And once I am, the legend of Lady Twilight will begin in earnest. That's the name I'll be known by once I make it big. I just need one huge heist. Something that will grab the imaginations of people from here to Auridon. Then I'll be on the lips of every bard. Lady Twilight, the greatest thief in all of Tamriel. Think twice about hopping across stones in the murk. Sometimes they're crocodiles.
fairly sure Sikhs ran off this way. Fairly. Hold on. I don't think I've been this way yet. Let's check it out. Sikhs! Hold on. I'll get the lock.
Erothal, I told you to run.
I did, but then I ran into our friend here and... Hey, did you let yourself get caught so I could get away?
Unlike you, I know when to make an escape. You, come here. We need to talk. Well, things don't always go to plan on a job, but this is getting ridiculous. Let me guess. Commander Axius sent you in after us because we're missing and presumed dead, correct? Then you know the deal. From what I've heard, the Painted Eye separated the hostages into groups throughout Border Watch. Risky. But unfortunately, they've got the numbers to manage their occupation and guard their captives. Damn River. We need to find the hostages. We need to get them out of the fortress. And we need to keep the Painted Eye from realizing what we're up to. That's 3 jobs, and 3 of us. If we work together, we'll get these people out. I'll leave finding the hostages to you. Erothal can lead them out through the sewers, and I'll be the distraction. Again. Start by checking the tower, southwest of the fortress. I overheard that they were holding a group of captives there. A Painted Eye patrol cornered me after I sent Erothal away from the fortress. I convinced them that I was just a dung shoveler for the garrison. Seemed better to be a hostage than get gut-stabbed. Thieves? Who told you that? Erothal. Ugh. Look, I didn't ask why you're here on the job we're being paid for, and the hostages certainly don't care who actually frees them. So let's just forget about the matter of occupational titles, shall we?
There we go. One pick lock, courtesy of Lady Twilight.
Next time, keep your eyes off the lock. Work by feel and watch your surroundings.
Oh, good point. So, I get that I'm supposed to lead the hostages to safety, but what happens after they're all free?
Then it's your turn to get clear of this place, like I told you before. And you'll listen this time. It's too dangerous with your amount of training.
But what about...
Not another word.
Well, I guess I need to get used to skulking around these tunnels. Waiting around in sewage isn't the daring heist I'd hoped for when we came to Border Watch, but oh well.
Won't anybody help me?
Hey, whoever you are, get these chains off of us. Are you here to liberate Border Watch? I might know something that can help. When I heard these painted eyes talking about their demands, I thought we were doomed. Maybe a little flattered that they thought we were worth that much, but doomed nonetheless. Anyway, these so-called revolutionaries are a chatty bunch. Well, once the Painted Eye took hold of the fortress and rounded us up, they sent demands to Commander Axius, right? Political stuff. Releasing prisoners across Tamriel, turning Canarthy's roost into a free port. Big, bold asks. I'm not surprised. You could be sitting on the Ruby Throne and still have problems doing everything they asked. But that's the point. I overheard some Painted Eyes saying the demands are a ruse. This group doesn't care about politics at all. That I don't know. But they're definitely trying to drag out negotiations for as long as possible. I'm just glad the commander was wise enough not to trust in dealing with them. Thank you for releasing us. If you're looking for more people to free, try the Fortress Smithy. I saw the Painted Eyes herding a group in that direction before they chained me up. You're certain it's safe to head to the cellars? Just don't wind up taking our place. I'm afraid I'm no good for a reimbursement rescue. 8, grace your path.
We have the relic.
Who cares? Help us! Theok, that's better. Those were good chains you broke. I should know. I made them. But better broken than binding me. I don't hear a battle going on. So I'm guessing you didn't come with a battalion at your back. And once we're clear, the Brigadines storm the gates? Fair enough. But you better move quickly. Whatever these painted-eye thugs are doing here, they're getting close. That's what some of my guards were saying at any rate. They're searching for something in the fortress. I don't know what they're expecting to find. I've worked this forge for years, and I've never seen anything here worth all this trouble. The Painted Eye must know something about Border Watch I don't. That's just what I've been able to piece together from the snippets I've caught. It sounds like whatever they're looking for, it's big, but hard to find. The more I hear, the less it makes sense. I just want to be done with this mess. We'll head out soon. I've spent enough damn time in this smithy. If you're looking for other hostages, try the stables. I could hear Otten blubbering from all the way over here. Huh. I only took it easy on these mercs because I was surrounded. Now that there's an escape, I'm taking it. Any Painted Eye I can't avoid. We'll see what 4 straight years of hammering have done for my arm strength.
Have you come to free
Whoever
me?
you are, please help me. Oh, thank you. Thank you, thank you. If you're here, have the Painted Eye gone? Are we safe? They do? Oh, they do. Then, what are we supposed to do? If they catch us trying to escape, they'll probably drag us off like that scholar. And Arcane knows what tortures these radicals are putting him through. One of the other hostages said he was studying Aliad history. When the Painted Eye caught wind of that, they couldn't haul him off to the keep fast enough. Let's get out of here before they come back. You want me to what? By myself? No, please. I'm not a fighter. I'm not even sneaky. I'm just a staple hand. If you leave me, it's only a matter of time before the Painted Eye puts my head on a spike. I'll do whatever you say. Just get me out of here. They split everyone up. I think they took some of the others to the guard tower and the smithy. I don't know where they rushed that poor scholar off to, though.
Tell me that's the last of them. All this running is drying my scales. Think I had damn near every Painted Eye on my tail at one point. The good news is, I'm faster than a fireball. Barely. I already ordered Erthel back to Commander Axius's camp. Lead these folks out through the sewers and meet her there. In Aliad, Damn. So these painted-eye bastards really are after it. Never is such a thing as coincidence. It's time I come clean. Erithel and I didn't travel to Border Watch just to play heroes. We came to do a job for the Thieves Guild. That's mostly right. Somewhere beneath this fortress is an alien ruin, one the garrison doesn't know about. Erithel and I were hired to steal a relic from it. A powerful one. And it looks like the Painted Eyes here for the same damn thing. Not sure. The Mer who hired us to steal the thing sure was afraid of it falling into the wrong hands, though. And I think these Painted Eye nutters qualify. At least with Erithel safely out of the way, we only have the relic to worry about. Erithel, if I turn around and you're standing behind me, then so help me.
Seeks, how am I ever going to become a legend if I run at the first sign of trouble?
Running is half the job. Not that you would know.
Well, never running is what'll set Lady Twilight apart from the rest.
Enough with the Lady... Look, I'm going to need a moment to smack some sense into my pupil. Head into the keep and see if you can find the scholar. I'll be right after. We're going to review the...
Don't mind Seeks. It's just his way of showing affection. He may not want to admit it, but he likes having me around. You'll see.
I know there's an alien ruin beneath Border Watch, but I don't know how to access it. That scholar that the Painted Eye is interrogating, we need to find out where he's being held and ask a few questions of our own.
I'd love to try picking up the view over the wall, but the boss does nothing. Don't worry. If any hostages make a run for it, I can skewer a knee with 100 paces.
I was hoping to try out this truth serum, but the High Elf spilled everything without a fuss.
Is this how you treat esteemed scholars on the mainland? I am Tel Dundindo of Sunhold. The Tel Dundindo... Who are you? Finally, someone besides these painted eyes. They threatened to break my left thumb if I didn't tell them what they wanted. That's my writing thumb. How did this rune suddenly become common knowledge? It took me, Tel Dundindo of Sunhold, years to even learn about its existence. Fine. What do you need? Beneath Border Watch's crypt, I believe. Specifically, beneath the tomb of the keep's architect, though I don't know which tomb is hers. Forgive me, but I told all of this to the Painted Eye. I had no choice. There was one thing I never volunteered to the Painted Eye, and they didn't know to ask. The crypt is locked tight. I instructed Commander Axius to lock it up so no one would disturb the location while I conducted my research. Not that it matters now. Captain Axius put the key in his office, but who knows if the Painted Eye ransacked it yet. I'd hurry. I hope you appreciate the renowned Tel Dundindo giving you the honor of being the first to enter that ruin. It's only been the work of decades. Why wouldn't he? I am Tel Dundindo of Sunhold. When I say there is a discovery that will put a backwater like this on the map, the wise man listens. Thankfully, Commander Axius is smarter than his occupation would indicate. It's an appellation of necessity. Tel Dundindo was a popular name in the Somerset Isles for my generation. There were 5 other Tel Dundindos in my class at the College of Sapiox alone. I can't have my work confused for any lesser Tel Dundindos.
Right. Friend, you get the key. I'll keep tabs on the Painted Eye. Erithel will lead the scholar to safety. And after that, she won't come back. Right?
Understood. Lesson learned. All right, Mr. Scholar. The way to freedom is just a quick romp through the castle sewers.
Sewer? I'm a distinguished fellow of the College of Sapiox. Do you expect me to muck about in filth?
Oh, it'll be fine. You won't even smell it after a few minutes. Unless you're planning to keep those robes, because, whew, that is not going to wash out. Right. I suppose this is the last time we'll see one another until we get to the other side of all this. Keep an eye on Seeks, won't you? And try not to have too much of a daring escapade without me.
If the Painted Eye knows about the crypt and the sarcophagus, then they're ahead of us. We need to catch up. You get the crypt key. I'll keep watch on the Painted Eye while you do.
Try making a move.
Yeah!
Over here. The Painted Eye are already inside. We need to keep after them. When I first got here, I saw the door to the crypt was still locked tight, and I thought we finally managed to get ahead of these bastards. But that's not my luck. I just saw a group pass clear through this door like it wasn't even here. They literally walked through the door. It's a big, heavy, solid door with a big, heavy, solid lock. Believe me, I tested. Ugh, damn mages are going to put me out of a job. Did you get the key or not? It's our own... Let's get looking. The entrance is in one of the tombs, right? Hopefully, these bastards are as dumb as they look, and haven't found the ruins yet. How big is this crypt?
Such value under this drab key.
Big room, big statues. I wager there's some kind of complicated puzzle involving a hidden passage. Or they could just knock down the wall. Sure, the Painted Eye must already be inside.
Continue the ritual. I've nearly gained control.
I hear them. Up ahead. Let's get going.
Skulking cowards!
Come and fight!
The relic's got to be behind that barrier. We've got to stop whatever it is they're doing. Quickly!
I need healing! Healer! Aid me!
No! I almost have it! Stop them!
Seems we've struck a nerve. Let's keep it up.
I won't let this power escape me! I won't!
I don't see that loony coming to stop us. Keep going.
Nearly there!
Gods, I hope that did it. One way to find out. Oh, come on. We smashed all the things.
Fools! Nothing can disrupt this ritual while I possess the power of... Whoa, 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 whoa! This relic!
Whew. Whatever that was really cushioned my fall. What'd I miss?
You know what? I'll take it. Now, let's get out of here. This whole place is coming down. Errolfo.
I know, I said I wouldn't come back, but I heard yelling echoing up from a grate, and I was worried, so I followed, and it was slippery, and...
Thank you. If it weren't for you, we couldn't have stopped the Painted Eye.
You mean it? It was a pretty dramatic entrance, wasn't it? Maybe I should practice.
Don't push it.
Can you believe it? We saved Border Watch. People here will be telling tales of our skullduggery and daring do for at least a week. This might really be the birth of Lady Twilight's legend. That's the big climax. I mean, I discourage any unflattering references to falling on my arse, but you can't pay for a debut like that. Well, I was helping the great Teldon Dindo tiptoe through the sewer when we come across this huge rat. That ninny started shrieking at a pitch so high, the rat must have thought it was a mating call, because it went tearing off after him. Sort of. So the rat had him cornered, but I killed it. Took some doing. Like I said, big rat. After the commotion was over, I heard yelling coming up from a grate nearby. That spooked Teldon Dindo again. He ran off, so I decided to follow the voices. Well, that led to an aqueduct, which led to an eyeless slaughterfish nesting pool, which led to me running, slipping, and falling down to you. I don't know what you and Seeks were doing down there, but I'm sure it was important too. Now that this Border Watch gig is all settled, Seeks and I need to get back to the guild before someone else snags an even bigger job. The legend of Lady Twilight won't be born from resting on my laurels. Of course! I'm not going to become the greatest thief in all of Tamriel by sitting on my duff, will I? I mean, you saw what it did back there. That's an arse of action. Be a waste of great potential.
I've had jobs go better. Much, much, much better. But all things considered, this could have gone a lot worse for us. You mean the one Aerothol turned into a couch cushion? I don't expect the buyer is going to pay us for her sculpture of the 2 moons. The job's a wash. Yeah, I guess we did. I don't think we're going to stick around to collect, though. Commander Axius is going to have a lot of questions, and I don't want to give him an excuse to keep us here. Better Aerithal and I just get back to the guild. Now I need to figure out how to tell the guild that we didn't get the relic. They won't be happy.
What do you mean? I have the relic right here. Oh, careful. Still got bits of painted eye lady on it.
What? When did you?
When you were all, oh, look at the ceiling, it's coming down around us. This is why I should take the lead next time.
Absolutely not. So much to do.
I've got a camp full of liberated hostages, and my scouts tell me there's a significant drop in painted eye activity within the fortress. But I want to hear it from someone who's seen things firsthand. What's the situation in Border Watch? Damn fine work. I'll get my troops together and we'll mop up the stragglers. So much for those experts. You did the work of both of them, and most of us for that matter. Border Watch is in your debt. This is all the payment I could muster. If there's a chance we can repay what you've done for us, my garrison is at your disposal. You have my word. I gathered that much from debriefing the hostages. The Painted Eye was after something in that ruin. The one that High Elf scholar was badgering me about. All the years I've commanded this fort. and I had no idea what was under my feet. Make our preparations to mop up the dregs of the Painted Eye and resume possession of Border Watch. Storming a fort is never easy, even if you know the layout like we do. After that, well, I expect I'll be asked to resign my commission. Because no one has use for a fort commander that loses his own bloody fortress. At least we've gotten the people out safely. That's enough for me. I'll get their home back, and then I'll lay the sword down.
My Lady Nocturnal, I beg you.
Ungrateful child. Bear the consequence of your failure with grace. You mortal, I command you to speak with me. Another mortal? Have you come to the shrine of Nocturnal to grovel at my feet like that worthless acolyte? Or will you betray my hospitality as well? Yes, a faithless weakling named Milona Brolis. When thieves came to my property, she spoke to them as friends and asked them to stop, as if that would stay their hands. The Shade Sickle, a powerful instrument of my will. For her inability to protect it, Milona will never sleep again. I wonder how long she can last. Perhaps you have the metal to return my sickle. With it, you would reap great reward. I will bear witness. Do not fail me. Now, speak to my acolyte and find the cowardly fools who dared to steal from me. Your doubts do you credit, mortal, but in your heart you know the truth. Your shadow grows long and dark. The shades of Evergloam dance at the edge of your sight. I am Erdra. I am Nocturnal.
If I repent fervently enough, Nocturnal may show me mercy. I was here, honoring the mistress as I do every night, when Giovanni and Darine, some people I knew growing up in Leowyn, stepped out of the shadows. They took my lady's relic. I tried to stop them, but I just couldn't. No, Darine had a sword to my throat. I've never seen her so desperate. I don't know what's become of the sickle, but Giovanni has a room in Leowyn, around the corner from the bank. He might still be there. They said they were going to meet after delivering the sickle to Tuma Mazath. Maybe you could follow Giovanni to this meeting? Tuma Mazath is a powerful necromancer. My friends are in more trouble than I am. Please help them. I'll pay you. If you can find Giovanni in Leowyn, follow him to his meeting with Darine. And also, I know it's a lot to ask, but could you try to get them to abandon all this? The thieving and conspiring? It's not worth it. I just want them to be safe. Giovanni is a kind person, and Darine is abrasive, but she stood up for all of us when we were little. I know them. They aren't bad people. And if I'm right about Tuma Mazath, no one deserves the fate he has in store for them. He used to visit the shrine once a fortnight. Always just said he was paying his respects. I had no idea what he was plotting, what he was capable of. If he pairs the power of the sickle with his necromancy, I'm not sure what will happen.
You know, the crest of Leowin is a rampant steed. Puts a lot of pressure on a stable master like me. But I think I'm doing all right. You have my word. If the Counselor is in Leowin or the surrounding countryside, the Ivory Brigade will find her. Not now, citizen. Can't you see I have my hands full at the moment? I'm sure a guard or one of my brigadines can assist you. Why didn't you say so? Leowin's problems are legion, and now the Wood Elf Archer's predictions seem to be coming true. Damn these old Imperial secrets. Counselor Jirik has disappeared, and the Ivory Brigade is already spread too thin for my liking. The Wood Elf, Everly Sharparrow. She brought news that the Dark Brotherhood was targeting members of the Elder Council, all because of some secret of the Longhouse Emperors. We took her warning. With that guild of assassins, I'm not sure what to think. But Jirik is missing, and I don't have enough brigadines at the ready to conduct a proper search. You look capable. So, care to earn some gold and help us determine... Here, let me update your map. These are places Jirik visits during her daily routine. If something befell her, it happened somewhere along this path. Meanwhile, I have Everly Sharparrow checking locations in the city. She was very eager to help.
Captain, are you really trusting the fate of Counselor Jirik to this outsider?
Oh, why didn't Counselor Jirik heed your warnings?
If the Ivory Brigade requires mercenaries to do their job, perhaps Leowin needs different...
Golden goblets overflow with wine. A sultry dancer with eyes so fine. A circlet of rubies crowns her head. Tangled blankets as you fall in bed. Hot grease drips into the blazing fire. Grapes dangle as mouths open with desire. Blue velvet and golden trim about. So many sordid delights around. But what is the cost of such wonderful things? No amount of gold can hide the rot it brings. Fangs lurk beneath brightly painted lips, as innocence falls like arrows from our ships. We dance until our tired feet bleed. Gorge upon all the delicacies I need. The lovely deception will tarnish the gold when we finally realize how much we've sold.
Look, I need someone to improve the reputation of... Oh, sure. Hope the room is to your liking.
We simply must do something about the business, brother. These chambers are much too small for our lifestyle.
I realize that, Scipion, but the Fangfurls have us by the throat. What am I to do? Well now, Scipion can say what he wants about this city, but you don't have strapping, smoldering-eyed strangers walk into your suites in Chain Knoll. Alas, were I only in the mood for some distraction? Damnable Fangfurls. With the Empire gone, the Fangfurls gang controls all trade in Blackwood. They're run by Pungent Adder. Every fifth coin in the region ends up in his coffers. This makes business difficult for my brother and I. Perhaps we could enlist your help? If we had one of their business ledgers, I'd have an understanding of the Fangfurls' operations. Perhaps even find a weakness ripe for exploiting. If you could procure one of those ledgers for us, my brother and I would pay you handsomely. If you get us a ledger, I'm certain we can put it to good use. Rumor has it the Fangfurls have a bookkeeper, Lerar Droth, who lives in town. I'd wager you could find a ledger in his home. It's just around the corner, across from the bridge. I know his name is Lerar Droth, but the Fangfurls make him lead a quiet life to conceal his identity, I imagine. But all the muscle on their payroll visits him for late-night liaisons. Very clandestine, the whole thing.